High scores.
Shut up.
Stand back.
This place here was built for Quick and Dead right after we did Tombstone. This building was being framed in during Tombstone, so it wasn't even being used. Over here was a big mansion that Gene Hackman Herod had. It was a beautiful thing. If it had water and everything, it would be a nice living place. But it was built with charges in it. It was built to blow up. And we had 3 fire departments here. Veranda there. And we had just finished Tombstone, and that front was the outside of the Birdcage Theater.
Okay.
So when they got through with it, Quick and the Dead people kind of changed it a little bit, put some other sign on it, and used it in theirs. The whole thing of the Quick and the Dead is 16 gunmen killing one another. Yeah. You know,
competition.
That's the thing. It was run like a basketball tournament. If you won, you went to the next bracket.
Yeah.
If you lost, you were dead. Over on the other side of the building was a big clock tower. And when that clock would click to the hour is when they'd stand out here in the middle of the street and shoot at one another. Then we'll go into Tombstone. I'm sure you guys seen Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Did you see Quick and the Dead?
Yeah, I think DiCaprio was in it too.
Yeah, before he was ever
Yeah.
known. Same thing with the guy from Australia.
Oh, Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
Now, this is the better building of all that I've got here. This building was built for Quick and the Dead. About 50% of the movie took place in here. There was a big board right there between the stairway and the bar, and it listed all these gunmen. And then they'd go, you and you at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, you're going to go out and shoot one another. You know, and then it just went on the rise. One of the scenes that some people remember was Sharon Stone sitting over here with the piano with it. That wasn't there. She was sitting there and they were going to hang Russell Crowe from the rafter here. Just as they kicked the chair out from under her, she shoots the rope. Now, if you want pictures, if you want me to take pictures of you together, I'll do that. I don't need that if you had a dad with the pictures before you even do those things. And
Yeah, they can, and they leave it, is it?
if I like it, they leave it.
Okay, so it's all down to you then, is it, pretty much?
Believe it or not, I even think the boss, the CEO thinks I own this place. This is nice. Tombstone, you remember it? This is where Wyatt, Morgan, and Virgil are standing here. Virgil's got a shotgun. Up the street comes Doc, and carrying this fancy gold top cane. And when he gets up here, Wyatt says to Virgil, trade him the shotgun for the cane. Oh, yeah. And then the 4 of them step out here in the street, and that's that famous shot of the 4 guys on the poster.
Yeah.
We'll stay in the shade as much as we can. Come 2 o'clock, it's going to be bad. Now this is quite a difference from the building we were just in.
Okay.
We use it now, with the last time we used it was for the art department, do their thing. But you can see here on the floor, there's an outline, big horseshoe outline.
Yeah.
That was a bar. And the bar was divided by a back bar, 2-sided back bar. So you were in 2 it made it into two different rooms. That room was the Oriental Saloon. That's where Wyatt came in through the door, walked past all the gambling tables, walked up to Billy Bob Thornton, slapped him in the mouth, asked him if he going to stand there and bleed or skin that smoke wagon. We have a pool table in here. And that's where Morgan gets shot in the back. And they put him on the pool table, guys, and Wyatt goes out there in the rain and asks him why Morgan should get shot. That rainstorm you see in there is not one put up by the movies. That was Mother Nature and one of our monsoon storms. And I've talked to the grips and stuff that were on that, and the sound guy. He said, you talk about being scared. I'm holding a 10-foot pole, metal pole up in the air with a mic, and it's lightning.
Was it scripted for the rain, or did they just chance it?
Yeah, well, they would have made the rain.
They would have made the rain otherwise, but they didn't.
But that night just was perfect. They ran around and did all these shots that they had going that night, like the shot where Josephine runs in and tells the ladies there's going to be trouble. You know, all those shots they tried to get in there as much as possible.
How about at the end when they had the snow? And they
Oh,
were
that
dancing in the
was
snow?
done at Old Tucson Studios. They made it.
Okay.
It was done. That was
That's my
done.
favorite part.
That was done in July.
Oh.
Windows in this part here. We put it all together inside a railroad car, and that was for Elizabeth Taylor in a movie called Poker Alice, around 1985, 80 someplace.
He's got the chair over there, hasn't he? It's
What's that?
Emma's Gulch. Jay's got the chair that she sat in. Apparently.
Probably so.
Yeah.
He probably stole it.
No, he said he paid for it.
Yeah. It's just like that lumber.
It's not Texas, is it?
Okay, so I'll just talk about, in the 60s, they started building facades and buildings here. And this was the first four-sided building that was built. And that was built for a movie called Monty Walsh with Lee Marvin and Jack Palance. I'm sure there's others in there. See, but that's it. Actually, this thing is held up better except for its roof here. But when you're working by yourself, it's pretty hard to
Great couple of beers with what you were right over there. He used to hang around the
That ain't nothing new. That ain't anything new, man.
Yeah, I used to live not too far from it.
Yeah.
70s.
I don't know where you can recognize it, but there's an old rickety fence in the brush there. That was all Boot Hill in the movie Tombstone. And they didn't realize it was there because they were framing in buildings here that hid it. And this is the OK Corral, and this is Fly's Photoshop in the movie.
Which is the Photoshop? This,
Yeah, that was the Photoshop where Josie was getting her picture taken and the slinky looking out there. That door's where Ike ran into the Photoshop and then come out whining not to shoot him. Being with my background with the NSA, he'd have been dead. Wouldn't have had to put up with him. There's one way to solve a problem. Get rid of them.
gotta be real interesting for you. Why, when you get them
Oh yeah, I've
up
been
here
in a lot of
and
movies.
filming and stuff.
This little place here, when it did Tombstone, it was a church. We did a couple episodes of Little House on the Prairie up here.
Oh.
And the funny thing about this building is that when the stairs are on the side like that, it's town hall. Put the stairs in front, and it's the schoolhouse. This ain't that-
Schoolhouse. That's what it kind of reminded me of, the schoolhouse. Yeah.
And all they do is crack the door open a little bit, and if it's town hall, they got a counter in there.
Okay.
If it's a school, they got some desks sitting in
Yeah.
there. And that floor only goes back to that second window.
Oh, okay.
Not even that far. Now, you can see something territorial bank, and that facade was put on for Clint Eastwood in a movie called Outlaw Josie Whale. It's where Josie rides into town. The steep stairway there, That was built for one shot in the movie Almond. Yeah. Yeah, and the photographer says that's the best shot he ever did.
Well, personal.
It's all, the angle of the shot and everything. Lots of these movies, you can't even figure what angle they shot at. And I'll tell you a secret, that lots of times they'll fool you because they flip the film over.
Oh yeah, reverse it. Oh yeah.
If it hasn't got writing on it, they're plenty safe.
When you see the gun on the wrong side.
Yeah, yeah. So I was looking at one time and I said, there's something wrong with it. And the saloon was on this side of the street, and the barber shop's on this side of the street. Finally, it dawned on me what was going on. That was built in '97 for a movie we made up here with TNT called Buffalo Soldiers with Danny Glover.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good one. It wasn't bad. Since you hear the story over and over again, but they told it pretty well.